I just point out that the weather in England is completely atrocious at the minute. I will explain this later, but I walked a mile in the snow in Telford yesterday and I've come home and it's just pouring down with rain. How fun. Hello. I'm fully aware I look like an egg. I have a post-MCM hangover, so I stuck my glasses on my face to make myself look relatively presentable for this video. My hair is a wreck. I know. Just bear with me, okay? So, you may or may not be aware, if you follow me on social media, you will be aware. If you don't, then you probably won't be aware that I went to MCM Midlands Comic Con yesterday. Oh my god, I had the best time ever. So I thought I'd make a video talking about how it was, and if you're gonna go to Comic Con, then what to expect. Because it wasn't like I expected. I've been to one convention before. And that convention was Sherlocked back in September. It was a lot different because that was just Sherlock. And I guess to a point it did attract different fandoms, such as there was a few Doctor Who people there. Doctor Who people? Like people dressed up in like Doctor Who clothes and stuff. But obviously the majority of it was Sherlock. But with MCM, it attracts pretty much any fandom that you can think of. Like the merch that they were selling was for every fandom that I could ever think of. So the cosplay there was insane. There was so much cosplay. There was a lot of cosplay. If you've ever been to Sherlocked, the room that they have it in at the Excel in London, I'd say MCM was about 3 times bigger than that. It was huge. I'd assumed that because the prices were so cheap, and it was Midlands and not the big London Comic Con, I thought that it would be way small and there would be hardly anyone there. I was very wrong. There were a lot of people there. If you're wondering why I went to MCM, I went because Greg, Austin and Fadi El Said from BBC Class, plug, go watch Class. I swear I say that in every single one of my videos. I have problems, okay? Just go watch Class. Class is great. They went to MCM. So I found out that Greg was going on Tuesday night and I told my mum and I was like, Greg's going to MCM, so is Fadi. Can I go? It's this Saturday. For a 2-day period I somehow managed to convince my parents to take me. I got up at like 6:30 and I took 3 trains there and 3 trains back, and from the train station in Telford, as I said at the beginning of this video, I had to walk a mile in the snow in a skirt. Dedication. I got there and I went in to the building, which was it's the Telford International Centre. If you've ever been to Telford, it seems bigger when you're in there, but I think that's just a thing. It looked smaller on the outside than it was. Doctor Who references. So I went in and me and my dad didn't know what we were doing. We were basically just messing about, wandering around, seeing what was going on. We went to the information desk because I paid for a photo op with Greg. And you could buy autograph tickets online, but it turned out, as we found out later, you could also go up to the desk and give them the money and be like, hey, and then get an autograph from them there and then. So you didn't actually have to have bought the autograph, but we didn't know what time the photo op was because it didn't say on the ticket. I'm gonna close my door, just 1 minute. Sorry, it's just background noises, you know. Fun times. So we went to the information desk and the woman was useless. She didn't have a clue what she was doing. Like, she literally had no idea. We successfully found out what time the photo op was, and then it was basically a big like TARDIS and then a Dalek next to it. I wandered back in the direction of like the TARDIS. So the TARDIS and the Dalek were here and the autograph table was like there. If you've ever been to a convention, you'll know that behind the people that sit in the chairs, they have like their picture and then the amount you have to pay to get an autograph. So I saw that Greg and Fadi's were there, but I saw Fadi's chair and it was empty, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe they're not here yet, you know, whatever. So I walked off in the direction of the TARDIS. I was standing around, I was like, Dad, what should we do? And then my dad just went, isn't that Ram? And I turned around and I was like, oh my god, Fadi, hi. Okay, and so Fadi was just like wandering around and I was like too awkward to do anything, so I was just sort of stood there like, okay. And then I turned round and I was like in a different position, so now I could see Greg's chair, and Greg was sat there looking at the floor because no one was talking to him, and he was just sat there like, and I was like, oh my god, bless his soul. And at this point I didn't know that I could just go up to him and speak to him without having to pay, or go up and pay and there and then. I thought you had to have a ticket. So I texted my mum and I was like, Mum, oh my god, what do I do? What do I do? And we talked to the information person again. She didn't have a clue. Again. So then we went to the photo op guy, where you could buy tickets for the photo op there, or you could just ask them questions. So we asked them what to do about autographs, and they said you can just go up to them and like pay there and give the money to him. And I was like, oh my god, Oh my god, oh my god. So my dad was like, right, come on then, off we go. And I was like having a meltdown inwardly. I was like, that was a really weird noise, I'm sorry. So we walked over and I went over to them and Faddy was sat down by this point. And I was like, hello. And Greg was about to do the generic, you know, hello, how are you, to like everyone. And then he just sort of looked at me and he just went, and I was like, oh my god, what's going on? And he just went, you're Katie, right? Turned out that Greg knew me from Twitter and from the YouTube video I made about class, which surprised me. I didn't expect it. I mean, all my friends have been saying to me, oh my god, he's totally gonna know who you are, and I was like, as if. And then we were having this conversation and Faddy was just looking at us like, how do these two know each other? it was really funny. So I got an autograph from Greg and I said, I have a photo op with you later, so I'll see you then. And he was like, do you want a picture now? What was that? That sounded so weird, I'm sorry. So he got up and we took a picture in which I look like an egg. I'll show you the picture now. This is terrible quality because my dad took it on the camera and then I took a picture of it from the camera. So it's really crap quality, but there is the crap quality picture because my camera's focused. Oh wow, well done. I might as well just show you the rest of the pictures now. So this was my photo op picture. I didn't actually look like an egg on it, which I was really surprised about. I was like, whoa, why don't I look like an egg? But yeah, I actually looked okay. Here is the autograph and the picture. I will show you the actual autograph and picture in a minute because it's on my wall. But yep, basically the autograph says, thanks so much for coming all this way. Say sorry to your dad for me, because my dad just had to get in the fact that we got up at like 6 o'clock and took 3 trains. And it says, oh my love, Greg Austin, and I was like having a meltdown. Picture of me with Faddy. This is even worse quality. But literally he was so tall he had to like crouch down. It was really funny. So I went for the panel, which was at 1 o'clock. I think I got there at like 11:30 or something because we had to walk a mile from the station. It took a while. The doors opened at 11. I ate my jam sandwiches in the corridor outside the theatre. It isn't really the word, like the auditorium. I sat on the front row and I was like so ready. And I asked the question, had either of them read the class books? And if they had, what did they think of them? And they said they've only read the first one. I was like, oh my god, fake fans, like, what are you doing? I'm currently on the third one. It's over there. Don't know why I'm like pointing, but yeah, it's there. They asked me what I thought of them, so I told them that I thought the second one was the best. The panel was really funny. They were hilarious. Like, both of them, I have to just mention, were so genuine. Like, they were both so nice and funny. Like, they were so lovely. Oh my god, where's my hair? Save me. They were both honestly the nicest people. When I left at the end of the day, well, it wasn't really, I think the doors actually closed at like 5 o'clock, but I left at about nearly 3 o'clock. I think I went to say goodbye at like 2:30. My dad checked the train times and he said there's one at 3:08, so we'll have to set off soon. So I was like, okay. And I went back in and Greg was at the autograph table and Faddy was wandering about. So I took my picture with Faddy, the one I showed you, and said goodbye to Faddy. And then afterwards I waited at the autograph table for the people in front of me to leave. And then I went up to Greg. And it became a sort of standing joke because every single time we bumped into each other, he just was like, oh my god, hi Katie, how are you? I went up to him and I was like, hello, it's me again. And he said, oh my god, hello Katie, what are you doing? God. And I said, I'm leaving now because I have to get my train, but I just wanted to say thank you very much for coming because I've had a really good day, and yeah, thank you. And he was so sweet, like he was so lovely. He got up and he gave me a hug and he thanked me for coming and he said, see you on Twitter, and I was like, okay. Crying. So I left, walked back to the station, etc, etc. I suppose I should talk a bit more about what was actually going on. There were a lot of stage shows, not, I say stage again, it wasn't like a proper stage, it was, you know what I mean, the auditorium. There were a lot of shows. I only went to see the class one because like that was the only one I was interested in, but yeah, there were a lot of shows going on, talks. There was so much cosplay, like there was a lot of cosplay. It was mad. Like you walk past, I saw like about 10, like 12 doctors and like loads of 11 and 10s as well. Like there were so many. There were so many stalls. Like there were clothing stalls, there were like badges that you could buy. There was so much merchandise. It was mad. Obviously there was the autograph table. You didn't have to pay and go to speak to them. You could just literally walk up to them and be like, hello. You just had to pay if you wanted them to autograph anything. Why did my door just make a weird noise? Do you mind? Oh my god, there's a ghost. Prices were like really good, like way better than Sherlocked. I paid for the general entry and the photo op with Greg for less than I paid for the Andrew Scott photo op on its own. So it was considerably cheaper. I got up at 6 o'clock and got 3 trains there. It was worth it. I hated every minute of that, but it was worth it. The whole day was like so great. Both of them were so nice, and I'm so glad that I got the opportunity to meet them. If you ever get the opportunity to meet Greg or Faddy or any of the rest of the cast, because I'm sure they're all the same, do it if you possibly can, because they are so lovely. Like, they're genuinely so nice. I got home and I was like so chill, and then I got home and I put my pictures up and I just burst into tears. Like, I sat and cried for like 15 minutes. I just could not stop crying because I just had such an amazing day. It was better than I thought it was going to be. It was absolutely amazing, and if you ever get the opportunity to go to Comic Con, any Comic Con, whether it be Midlands or London or whatever, go, like seriously go. It was so lovely, and I had the time of my life. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe if you want and leave a comment if you want, you know, whatever. I'm not going to force you to do anything you don't want to do. Why am I like this? My social media will be linked in the description box. And yes, I will see you all soon for what did I just say? I will see you very soon for a new video. Bye! Here's my meet and greet wall. This is my Stephen Moffat autograph. This is me and Andrew Scott. That's me and Greg. I showed you that before, but it was a terrible quality picture. And there's my autograph from Greg. Better quality than the picture that I showed you. So yeah. Yay!